Hi, I'm Katie Harris-Banks. I am a movement artist in residence for the Georgetown Lombardi Arts and Humanities program at MedStar Georgetown University Hospital. I typically make my way around the hospital doing stretch breaks with all kinds of different people, from caregivers to staff members to patients to loved ones in waiting rooms waiting for their patients in appointments. I stretch with anybody who wants to stretch with me, and it's a very important thing that we do because it's a way to help improve focus for people who are working in a very high stress environment and need that moment to take for themselves. It's very important. It's a boost of energy. It's kind of a little team building moment, some camaraderie building, and it's just it's a wonderful thing to do. So it's much more fun to be doing it with you guys in the hospital, but I've stretched all kinds of places, hospital hallways, squeezed between hospital beds, between cubicles, but I've never led a stretch break from my living room, so this is a first. So I hope you will join me. It's easy. I want you to just do your best, do what feels good to your body, don't push into pain. It's all pretty easy stuff, but listen to your body as we go, and if there's something that doesn't feel quite right, don't force it. Get a little space if you can, so we'll start standing. And I'm gonna do the best I can here in my living room. So we'll start standing nice and tall. If you'd like, you can close your eyes. If that doesn't feel comfortable, just let your eyes rest. Maybe try looking downward so that the eyes can mostly rest. And if they get ready to close, you can go ahead and close them. We'll start with some deep breaths, nice, calm, slow, deep breaths. Use your full lung capacity. So not those short, choppy chest breaths that we take all day long when we're not paying attention. These are attentive breaths. These are breaths with intention, full, complete breaths. Fully expanding and contracting the lungs. Think of rooting down through your feet, as if your feet could grow roots down into the ground. At the same time, lengthen your spine upward. Reach the top of your head up to the ceiling. So you're feeling that up and down oppositional pull through the body. Widen across your chest, nice and wide across your collarbones. Let the arms just hang by your sides. The shoulders drop down away from your ears. Keep going with that slow, deep breath. And then on an inhale, reach your arms out and up. And then on your exhalation, bring the arms open and back down by your sides. Let's try two more just like that. Big, deep breaths. Inhaling as we reach up, growing taller. And then exhaling, the arms come down. If you want to add a little bend of your knees, there you can. And again, inhale, reach up. And exhale, arms come down. Maybe a little bend in the knees there. Let's take it into some shoulder rolls. Big, slow motion shoulder rolls. Deep breaths in and out. If you do nothing else besides just take those deep breaths, that's fine. All right, rolling the shoulders forward a couple times. And let's take both arms up. Reach up for the ceiling. Push your feet down into the floor like you're pushing the floor down with your legs. At the same time, reach up, try to touch the ceiling. Lengthen your spine, get as tall as you can. And then let's open the arms, bring the arms down and back behind you. We're gonna clasp hands together behind the back, looks like this. And then we straighten the arms. Roll your shoulders back, squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you. Shoulder blades come together and down the back. Chest lifts up and out. And then release out. Let's reach up again. Big deep breath in. And exhale, bring your hands down to touch your shoulders. Fingertips touch the shoulders. And we're going to do some big circles with the elbows. Drawing big, slow circles with your elbows. So the arms, the elbows move forward. And then up. And then around back. And down. Do that a couple times. Let's go the opposite direction. So taking it back and around. Deep breaths. The best thing you can do for yourself as you do this is just try to stay present. Keep your mind present as best you can. Start to think about work or whatever else it is you're thinking about. Just notice that you've become distracted. Try to get back to just breathing and focusing on what I'm telling you to do. All right, let's take the arms down by the sides. Drop your head over to one side. And then reach down through your opposite arm. If you want, you can even wiggle your fingers. Feel that reach out through your fingertips, traveling all the way up the arm, through the side of the neck. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. Drop your head to the other side. Reach down through your opposite arm. So if you're dropping your head to the right, reach down through your left arm. Bring it back up, and let's take a big circle of the head. Nice slow motion circle all the way around. Keep breathing. Full deep breath. Reverse direction. This is a good one to do on your own if you don't have time to do much else. It's easy to remember. Do a few shoulder rolls, a few neck circles. All right, so let's take a little, a wide-legged stance. So we're gonna take the legs, actually what I'm gonna do is give you a different view here. We're gonna widen the feet. Take your feet far apart, and we're gonna bend one knee. Take your hand to your hip, or you can lean down on that bent knee and take a big side stretch with the opposite arm. If that feels like it's too much on your lower back, you can put your hand on your hip, or stretch your arm out to the side, straight out from your shoulder. Either way, wherever that arm wants to go. Breathe. And then let's come back up to center. Do the same thing over to the other side. So we're just bending the knee. Either do hand on your hip and reach over, or you can bring that elbow down if it feels like it will comfortably come down to your leg. And reach the opposite arm. Here's version number one. If that's too much on your lower back, bring that arm straight out from the shoulder, or you can even put your hand on your hip. Let's come on back up to center, step the feet back together and do a different type of lunge. We're going to step 1 foot forward and 1 foot back, and then just take both arms up, bend into the front knee. It could be just a little bend, so you can keep that lunge small, that's fine, or you can go deeper if you feel comfortable with that. It's totally up to you. Bending into the front knee, reach up through your arms, lengthen your spine, open and lift your chest. Let's take one more deep breath there. And then bring your arms down. Carefully step your feet back together, and let's switch sides. 1 foot goes back, 1 foot goes forward. Remember, this is totally up to you. You could keep it as a small bend in the knee, or you could go as deep as you feel comfortable. Arms go up, lengthen your spine. Do make sure that your knee is going straight forward over your toes, so you're not collapsing that knee in, flopping the knee in, or flopping it and rotating it out. It's just straight forward over the toes. Breathe. And let's bring the arms down, step the feet back together. All right, so we always finish with some deep breaths. That's a nice way to kind of wrap it all up. So 5 deep breaths, make them as big and full and relaxing and grounding and calming as you can. As you inhale, take your arms out and up. And then as you exhale, arms come down, bending the knees if you'd like. 4 more. Inhale up and exhale down. 3 more times. Big deep breath in, using your full lung capacity. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale up and down. The last one. This is the deepest breath you've taken all day. Inhale, and then inhale some more. And then inhale a little bit more, and maybe a tiny bit more, and take a slow exhalation out, as slow as you can. Coming back to that nice tall stance, lengthening through your spine, reaching the top of your head up to the ceiling, and pressing your feet down into the floor. Just take a moment to thank yourself for taking the time to do that. Thanks for doing it with me. Hope you did. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing. We appreciate you more than you know, and can't wait to get back to really working with you in person in the hospital. So hang in there. We love you. Breathe, stretch. This will be over. Bye.